What's up, guys? Enrico here, and holy fucking crap, I just finished that first episode, that new episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I can't believe what I watched, and I really wish I could upload the live reaction today. But anyway, my thoughts and review and discussion on this episode. My mind is completely fucking blown at how awesome Dio Brando is. Like, we knew Dio was fucking awesome. We knew he was amazing from part 1. We just knew it. But he comes back with a vengeance, and we finally get Dio Brando in full fucking force this episode. I mean, full force. And it doesn't even seem like it's full force. There's probably a lot more to him. But we got to see a lot of him for this part than we've seen yet. And it was absolutely crazy. The things he did in this episode blew my mind. For example, flicking away Horrific Green's Emerald Splash attack like it was nothing, without moving out of his fucking seat. That is beastly. He did not even use his stand. He did it himself, it looked like. Doing what he did to Polnareff in the beginning, telling him to walk up the stairs, and Polnareff actually running up the stairs and getting rewinded back to where he was. So that only tells me that Dio's The World, as is what his stand's name is, awesome fucking name, because it's like, the world. What's larger than the world besides like the galaxy and the universe? And it's called The World. And apparently I'm going to assume it's the strongest stand thus far that they've faced, and they even said that, but it's probably strongest stand in part 3. Unless Star Platinum gets some kind of evolution or something, or new abilities. And honestly, I think that's the only way Star Platinum will be able to fight Dio's The World. It seems like The World, the stand's ability is basically to manipulate time in some way. If it's not like freezing time or something, it seems like he can rewind time and whatnot, because later on we see him fucking bully the senator into being his chauffeur, and the guy kept trying to leave, and every time after he got out of the car, he ended up back where he was. So Dio seems to be able to manipulate time in the sense that he can rewind time, and that's probably the strongest stand ability. No, not probably, it is the strongest stand ability we've seen thus far in part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And the only way I can think of them defeating this enemy, unless Kakyoin's able to come up with some crazy plan, because he says he has a way to reveal the stand's true nature and whatnot. And he also deciphered all kinds of information from his little spout between the world and Horrific Green. If they don't devise a plan where they're able to defeat him without gaining any new abilities, I honestly believe Star Platinum's going to have to end up learning a time manipulation ability to be able to defeat the world. If it's not reversing time, maybe it's freezing time or speeding time up so Star Platinum and Jotaro can move faster. Something along those lines. Because how are you going to fight a stand that's able to reverse time? He'll just continually reverse time back to when he didn't get hit. Or when, whatever. He'll reverse time back into his favor. So it's an absolutely hacks ability, and I'm sure there's even more hacks abilities later on in the other parts, but so far, this is one of the, if not the most hacked ability we've seen so far in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. But just having Dio Brando back on screen, back in the show, and actually walking around the town with, at night, and just telling that fucking, the senator to run over people on the sidewalk, and just being a straight up badass and boss, and being like just pure evil. It was just so nostalgic to see, because the last time we fully seen Dio, besides little glimpses and pieces in this season, was part 1. And it was so great having him as a villain. And don't get me wrong, part 2 is my favorite part so far, and having the Pillar Men as villains was absolutely amazing. But I'm sorry, Dio Brando is the original villain of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And to have him back on screen and doing his thing, it was absolutely nostalgic, and I really, really, really am happy that we're at this part finally. I just don't know what's going to happen. And like I said, I feel like they're going to have to gain a new ability to defeat him. Obviously, they're going to try other things. Kakyoin says he has a plan to figure out what the stand's abilities are and whatnot. Apparently, the range that the world has is 10 meters or something like that. We've seen Dio kept saying, he's out of range, he's out of range. Maybe to use his reverse time manipulation, he has to be in a certain, range to be able to use it on the individual. You know what I mean? And it seems like it's 10 meters, which isn't that long of a distance. But he also seems to be sort of like Star Platinum in the fact that he uses his fists like Star Platinum, and he seems to be very fast. So it's ultimately, in my opinion, going to come down to Jotaro versus Dio, and Jotaro is probably going to put this, you know, I guess it's 100 years or more, 100-year, you know, blood feud to rest. You know, basically Dio's been entangled with the Joestar's bloodline since part 1, and Jotaro is going to actually put this to rest finally. If Jotaro's not the one to do it, I would love to see Joseph and Jotaro have to team up and work together as Joestar, you know, as Joestars basically and defeat Dio. But this episode was just amazing. 10 out of 10 for me. The pacing was great. The ominous, terrifying, suspenseful feeling was there. Did not know what was going to happen. I thought at any moment Polnareff was going to die. I thought he was going to lose his legs because he told him, good luck going up. He's like, basically, take a step and I'll kill you. I thought he was going to cut off Polnareff's legs, but instead he just manipulated time and made Polnareff freak the fuck out, wondering what the hell's going on. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the coming episodes. I cannot wait to see Star Platinum versus the world, because we know it's coming. Jotaro is the main character. We know it is fucking coming. What are your thoughts on this episode, guys? Are you excited, anime-only watchers, to finally see Dio Brando again? Manga readers, am I in for a fucking treat? Like, is it only going to get worse and better from here? Worse for the Joestar crew and just better for us as watchers? Are we going to see more of Dio just being a pure badass? I know we are, but am I ready for it? Am I ready for it? Because after watching this episode, I just don't know if I'm fucking ready. Dude, he's such a fucking badass. I need to get myself some Dio fucking merchandise, like Dio figures, the world figures. I need it. I fucking need it. But just let me know your thoughts down below, guys. That's enough rambling. I'm starting to hype poo, man. I'm starting to hype and just fanboy. But it was just absolutely crazy. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. Once these strikes are gone, I will be putting up the live reaction for JoJo. So look forward to it, guys. Thank you for being patient, and I'll catch you in the next review.